Hello, fellow renegades. Welcome, welcome, and welcome to you, my host, Ruel. Hello.
Hi, Amanda. Good to be here. It is a beautiful day here at the Renegade Arena. We've got a great game coming up.
We do. This is for those of you who do not know what's happening right now, just to let you know, this is the tournament final for the Fox in the Forest Duet. This game, by the way, is so awesome and so challenging, and so I'm excited to see how our competitors do today. You were just saying, Ruel, you played the game. Was it earlier today or yesterday that you played your
It,
your
it,
last? Yeah.
it was yesterday, Amanda, and I was really surprised. It looks a lot easier than it is. Folks, it is not. It's a cooperative game. It's a cooperative version of Fox in the Forest, and so you need to be really in sync with your partner when playing this game. It is a tremendous task to pull off the win.
We're already off to the pun start.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
you definitely don't want to get lost in the forest in this game.
that's
That's
right.
for sure. So yeah, we'll have to see how if the people in chat want to keep track of the pun counter for this one, because
Oh
I
yeah.
know Ruel is very prepared.
I'm absolutely prepared. So yes, folks in chat, keep me on my toes here. Keep me on my best. Let's bring those tree puns out, those leaf puns, and everything else, folks. It's gonna be fun today.
I'm ready. I'm ready for it. Yeah. So how are we doing so far? So these people as well that are playing, all of our competitors today actually had to play. What were we saying? It was they had to play through two games before this, and I believe they were both advanced, or at least one of them was
Right.
advanced. They had to play through.
Yeah. Like so, they're not just playing a game. They had to play multiple games in order to get here to qualify for the finals, and they were playing
And
games of
win those games.
and win those games, right? And there were increased difficulty too, right?
Yeah,
Like I think standard difficulty is a pretty big challenge in itself. So
I 100% agree. I think standard difficulty is so challenging still for this game, and I've only ever, like, by the skin of my teeth, um, won, I think, one game of it. So yeah,
nice.
it's hard. It's
Yeah.
not easy to win.
Yeah, you definitely you earn your victories in this game for sure. So that must have been a great feeling, Amanda, to actually win at this game. I can't wait to actually feel that.
Yeah, yeah, it did feel really good, and it's one of those games that is when you don't win, you definitely immediately want to play it again. So
Yeah,
these people are actually doing amazing. So we have Crafty, Flutterby, and Pearls here playing, and they're already just destroying it, in my
yeah,
opinion.
yeah. They're definitely, and there's a reason why they're in the finals, right? Because of plays like this. So, um,
Yeah.
for those of you just joining us, this is Fox in the Forest Duet. This is a two-player trick-taking game. Not many, you don't see that very often in the game in games, right? Two players trick-taking. What I really like about this, there are certain cards, the odd number cards, that have special abilities, and you can use those in order to work with your partner in order to collect all the gems. Is that correct? That's the end game goal,
Yes.
Amanda?
Yes, in order to collect all the gems. And I would like to point out here, like the other thing that's really cool about this game is that it's already weird enough to have a two-player trick-taking game, which we already had with Fox in the Forest, which was the predecessor to this version of the game. But with this game, Fox in the Forest Duet, we don't just have a two-player trick-taking game, we also have a two-player trick-taking cooperative game, which just doesn't even sound like a real thing, but it is.
Right, right. Yeah, the team here has created a fantastic game, and like you're saying, it's cooperative. So you need to get in the head of your partner because there is no communication allowed, right? You
Yeah.
cannot say, "Hey, I've got this suit ready to go." No, you have to
So
try to
if you
figure
play
it out.
this, I can play this. Yeah, there's
Yep,
none of that table talk that happens. You
yep,
can still talk to your partner, but just not about any of the cards that you have in your hand or really any of the strategy
that's right.
as you're going through. And I mean, right here, I believe this is still the first round of the game. So you play it over 3 rounds, and if you can't basically clear all the gems on the board after 3 rounds, then it will basically end up in failure for you. And the idea is that we are a couple of people wandering in the forest trying to find, I believe there's a lost musician in the forest. And
Yeah,
so we are trying to save him. And I believe it's two female protagonists in the story, which I also think is super cool. And together we're wandering through trying to not get lost and find this musician who I think has been like sort of spirited away by fairies or elves that just love his music. So
That's right. Yeah. And I love that you brought that up. That is such a cool way to flip the script, right? So instead of the typical like damsel in distress, hey, this time, the bard is being rescued.
yes, exactly, exactly. I think it's super cool. And yeah, so it's very impressive right now because I think this is the first round.
Yeah.
So each round more gems will get added to this board. And actually if you look in closely, what you'll end up seeing is there's little pluses on the board next to the squares. That's where the gems get added each round. But if
Hmm.
you can actually clear the gems all in your first round, then you've just had like a really awesome victory. So it is
Yep.
possible to win earlier than the third round.
Yeah, and that to me, I mean, again, I'm not that experienced in this game. That just seems like such an impossible task to do.
I
But
know, right?
right, but well, I mean, you see these experts going at it. They've got a bunch of the gems cleared off already, which is
Already.
right.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I don't know for the harder uh levels what exactly the extra challenges. I'm like actually going to check right now my
Okay.
rules because
Yeah.
I want to know what we're playing with when it comes to extra level. I don't know if
Right.
they have to potentially add more gems, but if so, I just can't even imagine how challenging that would be.
Yeah.
That sounds so
Yeah.
hard.
Okay. So it
Um,
looks like they cleared off the cards here. So is that?
Yep, that's the
Yep.
end of the round right now. So we're gonna probably see them shuffle up, redeal here.
Yep.
And yeah, they are adding some gems back onto the board,
Oh, look at that. All the
setting that back
gems.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, so as Amanda was saying, folks, that any spot that has that little plus symbol, that's where you're going to add gems between rounds.
Mhm.
This is like the cleanup phase. All the cards get shuffled back in. There are 3 suits in the game, folks, numbered 1 through 10. And as we were saying earlier, the odd numbered cards have special abilities. And then each player starts with a hand of 11 cards, and then they'll play them out in tricks. That's per, hand. The first card that's flipped over is the decree card, and that's going to be the trump suit for the round. That can be, you can sort of mess around with it though, with the different abilities, which is really nice. So it's what I love about this game, of those odd numbered cards.
So the thing that I'm finding out as I'm looking back through the rules here is for the harder levels. I've honestly have never looked at them because I just have never been to the level yet to even play there. But it's pretty crazy. So we're probably seeing them play. Oh no, they are playing with side A here, but I guess in the other rounds, if they did have to play any games that were leveled up in difficulty,
Mhm.
they would have been playing with more gem tokens to start. And then there's also additional adding points if you play on the level 3 difficulty, which is like the hardest level you can. So
Oh
you're not
wow.
just adding to, yeah, the same. It's just even more gems. Basically, it's like raining gems down on you and you have more to clear. The crazy
Wow.
thing is in this game you get 11 cards to start too. So you really want to make sure you're being efficient with your movements because whatever space you finish this orange token on, you will actually get to, that's where you, if you get to pick up a gem or not. So you really don't want to land on a space that doesn't have a gem on it because you've in a game where you're trying to especially win a tournament, you're really wasting that movement. So it's all about
Right.
efficiency.
That's yeah, that's the word right there, efficiency. And
Yeah.
where how you play again with your partner, you're trying to set each other up to the best of your ability, based on limited knowledge. You cannot talk about the cards in your hand. You're just, you're trying to see what they're playing, and hopefully when you use those special abilities you can help them out and set them up to move that little tracker the way it needs to go.
Oh, it's interesting as well. I don't know if they changed out their trump card or their decree as we call it in Fox in the
Oh
Forest, but
yes.
they have the same one that they had in the last game. I don't know if you noticed that.
Oh, that's right. Good eye, Amanda. Very
Yeah, once
nice.
again we have the stars,
Hmm.
and it's also a 9 again. So that's interesting.
Interesting. They lead with the 8.
Yeah,
I believe that's was that
I think
Crafty Flutterby that led?
that's crafty Flutterby being
Okay.
very crafty with that 8. We'll see what follows up here. And
Okay.
a 4. Okay, so that means crafty takes it, so we get a move in crafty's direction.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a lot of
Ooh,
movement.
that's close. And
Yeah, right on the edge of the board.
and whoever wins the trick, folks at home, if you've never played it before, there are little paw prints on each card, and you add those up, and that's how many spots you're going to move in the direction of the winning trick player.
Yes. Unless you have a card that allows you to maybe do something different with that movement or potentially negate some of your movement, which is also
Exactly.
pretty cool. Actually, I
Nice.
love this 9 card that we have here that they're sort of playing with as their decree right now.
Uh-huh.
It's got such a cool ability. And this one, if you lead with a 9, basically your teammate may play any card in response. So they actually don't have to follow suit or follow the rules of trick taking, which is
Oh,
really powerful.
very nice.
The 9. Ooh, clearing off another.
Wow, look at that.
This is what I'm saying. This is professional level Fox
Yeah,
in the Forest duet here.
totally. That is an unbelievable play right there, folks.
Oh yeah. Oh geez. Oh my.
Oh,
Very
stick around,
unbelievable.
friends. We got more.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think this is going to be pretty exciting when it comes to seeing how both of these pairs approach the game, because we do have another game after this.
That's right.
And I feel like it actually will come down to like scoring, because they're probably both going to win. And the
Yeah.
one thing that I always forget about as someone that doesn't usually win this game myself is at the end, you can actually score up and see how many points you get. And it all has to do with cards you have left in your hand and gems cleared and, or well, not gems cleared, because if you've cleared them all, then you win.
Right.
But cards you have left in your hand and stuff like that. And you basically get a calculated score. So we'll
Hmm.
probably get to see 2 scores being compared here.
Yeah, that's right. When you're playing at this high level, then yeah, you're going to look at the numbers. Oh, okay. So this one,
Ooh.
they broke suit.
And
So
it we led with the doves there.
the doves. So the doves would take it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So who led the?
Ooh,
So
just
that's
some.
4 spots, right? 1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4.
that's perfect.
Wow, what a play!
It's great. Yeah, just the way that they're zigzagging around here, and
Hmm.
I think they might actually clear it this round.
Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't be surprised. They're like, yeah, it's like poetry in motion right now, folks.
Oh dear. Oh, it is like poetry, though. You're right. There's 6 tokens, I think, left on the board, or actually, this one has 3. So these
Oh,
are
okay.
stacked.
Hmm.
For those of you that can't see, if you get down, you can see kind of the angle here. How many do we
Yeah,
have over here? 1, 2. There's 2 over there, and there's
I
3
think
on this
3.
spot. So
Yep.
a 5. So we have that's 6 still to clear.
Hmm.
6 still to clear. I guess we'll see how that goes. Even just when people can clear all of them in 3 rounds, I'm very impressed with that.
So am I. Oh, okay. They played the 3.
Okay.
The 3 is when you play this, choose a player. That player may exchange the decree card with a card from their hand.
So I guess we'll see if that ends up being what they did. And did we
Yeah.
lead with we left with the 7, which is the gift. So that means
Hmm.
you may exchange, you may, or I think you have to exchange cards with each other
Yeah.
with the gifts.
Interesting. Wow,
Okay.
look at
So
that, folks. Wow.
yeah. Oh, all right. So we're
Okay.
moving back here. So that's perfect. That's just what we wanted, because that is the highest stack of gems right now. So we definitely want to clear that.
Hmm.
Um,
Oh, there's that 9. We are just talking about that, Amanda. The powerful 9.
yeah, the powerful 9. So we'll see. Now the other person, when they play their card, of course, they don't have to follow suit. If they don't want to, they can play any card they want. So obviously there's probably some time happening right now, because it's which one do you play.
Hmm.
And the 1, okay. So I believe the
Okay.
1 means you can go, whoever wins can decide to go in the opposite direction, I think, if they
That's right.
want.
Oh, and they
Which is
didn't have
great.
any movement, so they
Oh yeah.
stayed there. Wow.
Oh, see, and I've never even thought to do that in my game,
Yeah. Oh my
to
gosh.
choose to remain. Because I guess if you don't move, you still get a clear. It's just wherever you are at the end of your movement.
Right. Oh,
That's
that's
smart.
yeah. Again, that's why they're in the finals, right? Plays like
Ah,
that.
yeah, plays like that. I've never even thought to do that. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm learning for my
Yeah.
own approaches at this game.
Same. Ooh.
So now we're leading with a 6 and then following with a 5.
Yep. And they
So,
got to choose whichever direction they went. Very nice.
oh yeah, so the 5 is the one that allows you to do that. What does the 1 allow you to do then? Does the 1 allow you to cancel one of the movement cards?
You get to the winner of the trick gets to move in any direction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. The one you normally think that is the weakest card, but even with the special abilities, it sort of helps you out, right? It can still
Mhm.
give you some options.
Okay, yeah. So I was right before about the one. So that one just means they can cancel one, which is
Hmm.
perfect. Yeah,
Nice.
smart. I feel like they're right in each other's heads. I feel like for this game, you really have to be like
Yeah.
telepathically linked with someone.
Totally right. Get
Yeah.
that Vulcan mind meld going.
Yep. And this will be our second last trick here. So it is possible, I think. Oh no, they still have two on the last spot, right? Yeah, two there.
Yes.
So unfortunately, they won't be able to clear this round, even if they do get gems in these
Okay.
last movements.
Okay, they
Um,
did change
hmm.
the decree.
They did change the decree. So the
Hmm.
decree got changed. Still stars, but they're picking up that 9.
Yep.
So obviously they want to use that 9, which is smart because now that they have it, they only have one card left. So the other person definitely knows what's coming.
Yep.
Uh, and we've got another gift. So they're going to exchange the cards, which was probably all part of that person's play. To be
Amazing.
honest, very
Yeah.
smart.
Absolutely amazing.
There's so many levels you can get into thinking of, oh, well, if I play this and then they probably have this, and then if I pick up that, it'll lead us to this. I feel like they're 5 steps ahead.
Totally right.
Yeah.
It's like a really. Oh, okay. So there's that 9.
Okay, so we're leading with the 4, but then the
Mhm.
9 comes out. So the 9, because it's still Trump, will take it, which
Yep.
is important that they exchanged it then for that too, because that's well,
Yep.
actually, I guess it wouldn't have mattered, but the movement was probably what they were looking at there,
Right.
because the 2
Right.
is the 3 movement, 9 has none.
Right.
So they don't get a couple of gems for their last movements there, which isn't great,
Hmm.
but still very impressive, and they'll
Yep.
they'll hopefully still win this last one.
Yeah.
Uh,
And I think you're right, Amanda. I think we are going to come down to scoring because I mean, these teams are too good at this point, to,
yeah, I wouldn't be
lose.
surprised
Yeah,
if
I can see that.
there's anyone that loses here. That would surprise me if people actually lost,
Yep.
but you never know. Sometimes, you just the cards, the way you play them,
Yeah.
you make one mistake, and I feel like it really does. This game can be very tough in that way, that if you make a mistake at the wrong time, it can
Hmm.
really cost you the game. So
That's right.
kind of depends on the cards they get, and
Yeah. No, you're right. So we're
yeah.
doing a little cleanup here. They're just shuffling up. And while are they doing that? Amanda, I've got a quick question for you. How do you identify a dogwood tree?
How do you identify a dogwood tree? I don't know. Ruel, how do you identify a dogwood tree?
By its bark.
Oh, I knew it was going to be something about bark. Oh my goodness. That's a good one. I like
Thanks.
that.
I can
Have
I
you
can
done an
just
arboretum tournament, by the way? Because I feel like we need to do that with you,
oh,
Ruel.
oh, absolutely. I'm just going to use the exact same jokes in the arboretum tree, so let's
Amazing.
do it ASAP. I'm down.
I'm into it. I'm into it. Hmm.
Okay, so this is the third and final round, correct?
This will be the third and final round. So our decree card here is once again stars is the suit
Hmm.
that we are keeping an eye on. So that'll be our decree or trump suit,
Hmm.
and a 10 there. So that's a high card with the 3 movement. So we might see that exchanged at some point in the game, because they might, especially the way the gems are kind of splayed out in this round, they might
Hmm.
really want to move
Oh yeah,
around to pick that
good
up.
call. Yeah,
Yeah.
great call, Amanda. That's exactly what I think they're going to do.
Yeah.
Eventually, get that 10 in their hand. Now they did lead with the 10 doves here. That has 3
Speaking
movement
of
on it.
tens,
Yeah.
yeah, following with a 4. So
Okay.
that means I think we're going to be moving in Flutterbye's direction. Yeah.
Hmm. Nice.
I love watching the little hands count out the
Yes.
movements. So 1, 2, 3. All right.
Nice. They
That's
got
a
a
gem
gem.
cleared, so off to a good start here. How many gems do we have left to clear this round? We've got
1,
1,
2,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7. Okay.
Yeah, so they're in good shape, and they still have 10 more tricks to play. So if in the next 7 they can just pick up one each time, that'll be the end of it.
Yep.
They'll get a finish with a few more cards left in hand, and so like I said, that would give them a score.
Mhm.
Let's see how the scoring actually works for this. Let me just recap, because like I
Okay.
said, I never really get to actually count a score. I just am excited that I survived.
Right. Same here. So let's see. They led with a 2. That's an even number, so there's no special powers, and they have 3 movement, and they come out with a
Following with the 10.
10.
Ooh, that's a lot of movement.
That's a 6 movement, folks. Look
But
at
that's
that.
good for them, right? Yeah, that's
Perfect.
perfect.
Oh my
Perfect.
goodness.
I would be so scared of a 6 movement at a
Yeah.
table.
It's totally, yeah. I do a 6 movement. I'm just assuming I'm flying right off the right outside the forest. So
Yeah, you're like, out I go.
yep.
Especially because their forest is capped a little on each ends now, which I don't know if we've talked about, but that is part of the cleanup phase. And also, if you ever leave the forest, so if you ever sort of fall off the board, this is why we get nervous when they go to the edges. You also have to add more of those tokens. If you ever run out of those tokens, you only get 4. Then you are basically done in the game. You've just lost.
That's right. And those forest tokens at the end, I believe they are worth points. Is that right, Amanda? Do you know?
Forest tokens at the end, yeah, I believe those are also worth points. So I think it's those and the cards. I'm just looking for my point breakdown in here.
Okay, so they've led with a 2, and that's got 3 paw prints. So are they going to be going back, try one of those big moves again with all the movement?
I hope so. Those are some satisfying moves to watch. And who was leading that one too? Wasn't that Pearl? So we definitely want Crafty to take this trick.
Right.
Yes,
there it is.
With the 9.
Good
so
call,
that's at
Amanda.
least 3. Unfortunately, that doesn't get us a gem. That's the only unfortunate thing about that. And I feel like that's also a little bit of obviously that's not a 9 using it to the best of its ability, because it does have that ability and it wasn't utilized there. So we'll have to see how that goes. That wasn't an amazing move, but they didn't die, so that's good. Satisfaction for me.
Exactly, right.
So you get a point for each card left in either player's hand.
Okay.
You get 10 points if you won in the second round instead of the third round. And you get 3 points for each forest token you have remaining.
Okay.
Yeah. And it doesn't say you get any points for the first round, so maybe it isn't possible to win in the first round.
Huh.
How many tokens do you start with in the first round, I guess is the question. Oh, you start with
12, right?
12
okay.
in a base game, and 13 in anything that's a higher level. So yeah, I guess it's not possible to win in the first round.
Okay.
Because you only have 11 tricks. But you could get very close, and then basically the next round you'd only be adding a few gems. So yeah. It's unfortunate they didn't win in the second round.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, and I was really impressed by that first round. I thought it was going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So they've got a gem here with the 9 followed by the 5, 1 movement.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So interesting. And again, we saw that 9 led. The person could have followed, I believe, with something different and chose not to.
Right. So I'm wondering, does that mean, do you think they have a lot of those cards in their hand, the yellow ones?
Maybe. They must have a lot of them, because otherwise I don't know why you would choose to do that.
Yep. So they've led with the 7. There's the one we were talking about earlier where you select a card from your hand and exchange with your partner.
Yeah, so that's the gift. So we're seeing a 9 being given, and then on the other side of that, we're seeing an 8.
Interesting.
So 9 star for an 8 dove being exchanged there. Both high cards.
Yeah.
But different suits. Yeah, who was following on that last trick? Was that Pearls that was following?
I thought it was Pearls. Yeah, let's see. Yep.
Because we moved. Yeah, so that means that they probably do have a lot of the yellow in their hand. Good to note. That's the other thing I never think of. I think that's the other level of complexity in Fox and the Forest Duet, is that when people are actually playing the cards to follow, you can get information from what people play when you lead with something, right?
That's a great point. Yeah.
Especially in a situation like that where they had the option to not do that. That's like, okay, but you chose to. So what does that tell us? Smart. So maybe it wasn't the waste of a play because their partner got some information.
Right. Yeah, that's again a great point. Like you're slowly but surely getting information. Hey, there's that 9 again.
Another 9. There we go. So that means that Pearls will take it, and that means we aren't moving at all.
Oh,
but that's perfect.
What a great play again! That play we saw earlier where they didn't make any movement and they picked up a gem.
Man, don't move. It's boggling my mind.
Seriously, it's so intriguing.
Ooh. And then someone accidentally just cleared the decree there.
Okay.
But brought it back out. So I was like, what's happening?
It wasn't because of that pun, I swear.
They heard it and they were like, "Oh, boo!
Oh,
Throw this
boo.
card away." And so we still have 4 gems left, friends. There are this is the 6th. There's 6 more tricks left, including this trick.
Ooh, okay.
So leading with an 8, following with a 1 for roses or
Nice.
flowers.
So that gets some. Oh gosh, can they do this,
Perfect.
folks? Wow.
I mean, I think it's possible. And if
Yeah.
they do this to the most efficiency, they should finish with, I think, 4 cards between them.
Wow.
Think. We have
Yeah.
3 gems left to clear, 5 more tricks. So yeah, 4 cards, and they'll still have two forest tokens. Or do we only play with 3? Oh, maybe we only play with 3.
Oh,
I
is
only
it
see
only
3
3?
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe because it's the advanced rules.
Well, it's weird because we did say it was advanced, but they're playing with the A side of the board, not the B side. So it might be advanced in a tournament modification and not based on these rules.
Good call.
But
Ooh.
yeah, you do use 3 forest tokens in the higher levels. So the only difference that I'm seeing here is that the board still starts on A for this. So I don't know if we've actually increased any of the gem tokens, but this might be the modification that we're seeing just the forest tokens.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, they got another gem, Amanda. Look at that.
Look at that. See,
Wow.
it's happening. It's all coming
Yes.
together. Now, the question is, are they going to do the thing where they try to stay here again and then try
Yeah.
to go really far? I mean, that would be a lot of movement. I don't
Yeah.
know. They
Yeah,
might
I don't know if
actually
they.
need an extra turn to move.
Yeah, I figured this 10, the decree is going to come into play where they're going to like do that exchange where they can get that 10 in their hand.
Yeah, that 3 movement, because the only thing that's hard about what they've left themselves with is now they kind of have to do the splits a little bit.
Yeah.
But we do only have 1 token left on each of those spots. They're just very far apart.
Yep.
And I think the highest movement you can do, because the most footprints you see on a card is 3, the highest movement we could in theory do is 6, and that's if you have 2 3 footprints. So 7. So and a
7.
gift, and there's no movement on that. So we'll have to see.
So do they do that one play where they just
Stay.
do no movement? Yeah, that would be ideal here, and then just use the last couple of tricks to get to the other side.
It just means instead of maybe having 4 cards left, they might only have 2, but they'll still get the 3 points for that token being left. So still pretty good. And this is the final round, right? So
correct.
It won't get those extra 10 points is the only other sad thing. But yeah, I think that's very hard to do. Finish it early. I don't even know how you do that. Okay, so leading with the roses, but following with doves. So that means that who led there? Oh no, this is our gift exchange.
Yep.
We're still exchanging gifts.
So the 8.
8 doves.
I missed the other one. 8
going
doves.
to pearls. I didn't see the other one yet. I think maybe we're still deciding.
Gotcha.
I mean, we're getting down to these. Oh no, okay. Maybe I guess we missed that one. I didn't see that either, but I'm sure it happened. Yeah, so looks like following with the 4, so that's only 1 movement.
Oh, okay.
I think. Why did they? What's happening?
They went past the edge.
Oh, right.
They did.
They went past the edge. Oh no. Oh no. That's not good.
Unless, do you think they played that on purpose in order to move that?
I'm wondering about it. I'm wondering because, but they only have 3 tricks left, so I'm just wondering how they're planning on playing it. So, but it could have been intentional.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if this is some sort of like meta play that I've never seen before, and I'm just like, oh wow, I never thought of it like that, because I never thought to stay in the same place. So
yeah, they've got all the tricks up their sleeves here. Okay, so are they okay? There goes that 10.
Yeah.
Yep.
All the tricks up their sleeve there. Is that what you just said?
That wasn't intentional too. That's what the funny thing is.
It's still unintentional punning now happening from Ruel over here.
So what do we have
have
here?
The tricks. So that was a 3, I believe, that led. So the 4 followed. So that means we'd be moving. Yeah. There you go.
Wow.
That's perfect.
They're so good.
Yeah.
So we know that
now they still have the problem. They're probably still going to get it, but they won't end up with anything for extra points.
Right.
Just a victory.
True. So here's the 3 with 2 movement. And you can you may exchange the decree card. I wonder if they would do that this late in the round.
I wonder.
Oh, they're counting.
Yeah, they're counting out the movements. I
Love
mean,
it.
this might be a good time because that 8 is still a 2 movement, so it really
Mhm.
depends on yeah. Oh, but interesting. Oh,
Oh,
because I guess
okay.
that's too much movement maybe for what they need coming
Yep.
up. Okay, so that gives us 4. So now we only need 3 more movement
3.
to get there. And the
Yep.
interesting thing about the game too is that you do need exact movement, right? If you go
Yep.
over, you can't just be like, oh, we'll just ignore the other. That's not a thing unless you have a special card. So
Yep. That's right. Okay. There's the 8 for 2 movement.
okay, with a
The
10.
10.
Ooh, but
Oh,
that's the trump.
that's rough. That is the trump, but they're gonna go
Yeah.
over. Oh,
Oh, that's so rough.
and
You
that
can hear them
obvious.
being like, no.
Yeah, you can tell there was their only play at that point. Oh, so
Yeah.
close.
Now I wonder what would have happened if we didn't change the card. What was there before? Do you remember? Was it it was the 8, wasn't it?
The decree was it the 8, or I know the 10 was out there for a while.
Yeah, I know it was something with it too.
Yeah,
I'm
but yeah,
always I'm wondering, oh man, I can't go back on Twitch. I need like instant replays
I
for our
know.
tournaments.
Totally
Uh
in slow
our
motion.
our amazing producer Desiree, if you could make a note that we could have slow-mos and instant replays next time, that would be beautiful. That's for the next level.
Oh, but I mean, they're so close. Like I can't even imagine getting this close. That's
I know.
amazing.
That breaks my heart. They did
Yeah,
so many amazing things.
yeah,
I mean, the one thing I will say is you do have to remember as well. Normally, I believe you would have one more token on the one level. So yeah, we are playing with
right.
one less token that you would normally get here. So if
That's correct.
they had that 4th token, they would be able to keep going and hopefully now they'd be starting in the middle. So hopefully
Yeah,
that means they would get one more movement and they'd be there.
yeah,
But yeah, that's so unfortunate. All right,
yeah.
well, still a good game, still a very
Mhm.
good attempt. I learned
Yeah.
much.
I was gonna say I did too. Like we were both talking about that cool little move they did a couple of times where they didn't actually move any spaces and collected that gem right there.
Yeah, it's
That
pretty
was
crazy.
excellent. Yeah.
Oh, oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh no.
I'm not in the chat listening, but I can hop in. We can kind of hear what they're saying. Oh yeah. Yeah, we
Oh,
can hop on over to the next one. I think
okay.
they're mostly just being like, oh no, this is what happened. The hands that I'm seeing move around here, that's what it implies to me. Yeah, let's hop into the new game and we can kind of wait for that one to start. That's a
Yep.
great idea, Desiree. And I see that in the chat, people are saying it's modified because only A side on Tabletopia. So unfortunately, we don't have the B side on Tabletopia. So that's why we're not seeing it flipped.
Got it.
But I'm wondering, did they still start with 13 gems then? Probably then. So we're probably seeing one less forest token um, the other, I'm going to click that,
Right.
and
Okay.
more gems. I think I got it. Let me see. Yeah,
Okay.
these seem to be different, exciting players. Dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun.
So the next game that we have is that was it you is it Uncia or Uncia?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
How do we want to say that?
Yeah.
Unica?
Unica?
I don't know.
You
Unica?
Unica.
I like that. But
Uncia? Wait, is it
yeah.
UUNCIA?
If anyone in the chat wants to give us advice on pronunciation,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not sure what.
Okay.
I think we pick one and we stick to it.
I agree. We
Yeah,
could always go with the big U. That's the big
the
U.
big U. I like that. The big U.
And we also the opponent or the partner will be Adun Sindar or Adun Sindar. So we got the big U and the big A, and they're setting up right now. Okay, and I'll set up my cameras too so I can see the action here.
Oh, someone is saying Red with JSC Josh C is saying Aiden
Aiden. Okay.
is the way is perhaps the name of that player, the big
Okay.
U, as we're calling them.
Oh, okay.
Their adorable little avatar.
Yeah.
So cute.
It is
Oh,
cute.
and Crafty Flutterby is in the chat now. They're saying time to watch how the competition does.
Aha. Nice.
Very good game, by the way, Crafty Flutterby. I thought you both did a great job. So
Absolutely. GG to both of you. That
yeah,
was
GG and dead.
we
U is
learned a lot.
Linda. Oh, the
You is
big U
Linda.
is Linda.
Okay. So we
Yeah.
have Linda and Aiden. Is that correct?
Yeah, Linda and Aiden, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Aiden is Aiden.
Aiden. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So have they started? Are we catching up to them right now? What are we?
I think I think
Okay.
they have started. Looks like.
Yep.
Looks like yeah, we're moving over here. Looks like this game is also started. Maybe started for a bit, and it's looking good.
Okay.
It's looking really good.
Yeah, they've got a bunch of gems cleared out already.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Already, basically, these games are just blowing my mind. Everyone is very good. You all deserve trophies, in my opinion. You're all winners here.
I agree. I absolutely agree. It's been a real treat to watch these players so far.
Oh, yes, it has been a treat. A treat, indeed. I can't believe soon we'll actually be leafing from this tournament because these games are flying by.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're flying by. Oh my, Amanda in the house. I love it.
Crafty Flutterby also says thank you for the kind words there. He said that was actually their 4th playthrough, and that was actually only Pearls' 3rd playthrough of that game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
impressive.
Mighty impressive. Mighty impressive. Yes.
Yeah.
Kudos to both players. Very well done.
Indeed.
Okay, so let's pick up the action here. The decree is the flowers. So that's the trunk.
Flowers, and it's a gift card, so it's a 7.
Aha.
So that might be, I mean, that's an interesting one to have there because it doesn't have movement. But if this team also wants to pull off some of those cool tricks we saw in the last one, that might actually be a card they want. Also, the gift can be, I think, really powerful because usually when I play with the gift, I try to give people things that I think would be good for them to play based on the cards in my hand. So I think gifts can actually be a really powerful card ability. But it can also be a card ability that messes you up if you're not into it. So
right. Yeah. It'd be trouble if you're playing like with me where I don't really pay attention. So
I feel like I don't believe that for a second, but I also kind of know what you mean because there are so many things that happen that people are like, oh, it's interesting because you did this, and like you could have been thinking about this other element. Yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. I know what you mean with sometimes things just kind of extra bits of strategy can go over your head sometimes.
Right.
I'm in the same boat as that.
Yeah. And that's I think that points to the beauty of this game. It's like, and this is a small card game, like 30 cards total. And like, there's so many layers of levels of thinking in this. It's great.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you. I think that's why, like I was saying, I prefer it to Fox in the Forest standard, even though I do love that game as well. Like I'm not going to stop playing that game, but I think this is really cool just because, we do have those extra levels of strategy that you don't normally see in, it just in anything else, especially when it comes to trick taking. And I mean, we have amazing games like Gudetama too. I think trick taking, there is always some kind of layers, but this is like so many layers.
Yeah, like next level, right?
And, it is really next level.
Yeah, and I love the fact that it is, like you said, it's a 2-player game. There aren't many 2-player trick-taking games out there, right?
There really aren't, and this is the only 2-player trick-taking cooperative game I've ever played.
Same.
It's making waves. It's creating a new genre.
Definitely. Yeah, I think Aiden. I think Aiden logged off for a second or was booted out.
Yeah, I think maybe they're trying to reboot. Maybe just some Tabletopia troubles, as sometimes happens.
Right. Well, hey, since we're having some troubles, why don't I ask you another question here, Amanda?
Please do. Please do.
What did the Jedi say to a nearby tree? The Jedi say
to a nearby tree. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be something about the Force. I don't know, Ruel. What did a Jedi say to a nearby tree?
May the forest be with you.
See, I knew it was going
You
somewhere
called
there.
it. You
I
called
was
it.
close. That's so good.
Okay.
That's a very like earthy Jedi, I feel like. All right,
Right.
so we're leading with the 9, following with the 5 here. Different suit, 5 of doves.
Mhm.
So the 9 will take it. So that means we're moving, I believe, in Aiden's direction there.
Yep. So
I
let's
think.
see. Are they doing it?
I don't know. They seem to be like, I feel like there's a lot of hand gestures. Usually when that happens, I always feel like players are
Yeah.
having a conversation about something. Being like, I do this, so you do that.
Mhm.
And then we
Yep.
do this. Yeah.
Yep.
See?
There it
And then we
is.
do this. That's
Well,
great.
they've cleared out a lot of those gems,
A
Amanda.
lot of
This
those
looks great.
gems. There's 2 more tricks left in this round. So we'll have to see what goes there.
And are there 2 tokens on that one space? Yeah. Okay, so the 6-star comes out.
Okay, so 6 stars. So
Let's see what Linda comes in with.
that's 2 movement there. So okay, yeah, so we're going back. That
Yep.
means towards Aiden. But we could actually go the opposite way if we wanted, because that 1 is played.
Right.
So that'll be up to Aiden as to what to do there.
Yeah, they're gonna okay.
Let's
Cool.
see. All right. Very cool, very cool. So now we'll have to see what comes out next. Ooh. Oh, a
the
9.
9. Okay.
And what are we following with? Okay, so
Okay.
dove card. Another dove. And that's a gift. So that means we're going to be seeing an exchange. And that also means we will be going
Oh, okay.
towards,
That was the final trick. Final trick of the
right, final
round.
trick. So nothing left to exchange. Just
Okay.
kidding.
But let's see. I mean, they're in pretty good shape here,
Pretty good shape.
right?
And yeah, it looks like that was the first round done. So yeah,
Okay.
very, very good shape. We are going to be adding some more gems to the table, but right now we only have 4 there. So we'll be going through this cleanup phase, and we'll see how we do there.
Nice.
Yeah, man, everyone's so good at clearing these gems in the first round.
I know. It's
impressive.
it really is impressive.
Yeah.
Okay,
So that
we're
means
gonna
if we
answer.
started with, does anyone know? So maybe Crafty Flurby can answer this one since you were just playing. But I'm wondering, for the starting gems, are we starting with 13 then as well, and we're just playing on the A side, or are we starting with 12? I'm
Yeah, that's a good
curious to
question.
know, because if they had 4 left and they played through, they had 11 cards. That's not bad. That means there's only a few movements where they didn't pick up gems.
Right. Pretty efficient round then.
Pretty efficient round. And yeah, like I was saying, this game is really all about efficiency, I think.
Yep. And Crafty Flurby says it was either a 13 or 14 gem start.
Woo!
It was not possible to get all the gems in the first round. Okay, well, just like you said, Amanda. Yep, just like you said.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I didn't realize before, but yeah, it is also just never possible, because even if you're starting simple, the most you can clear is 11, and that's if every movement you get a gem, which that really is the way you want to play this game. But there's a huge difference in this game between what you want to do and usually what ends up happening.
Absolutely true.
Yeah. But that is the fun of it. All right, so our decree card is a 7 of doves.
Okay.
Another gift.
Yeah.
We'll have to see what ends up happening. I can see them looking. I feel like they're looking at their cards right now,
Yeah.
deciding which
And
ones
then,
to play.
yeah, like, do they try to take that gift into their hand, and
I don't
play it?
know.
That way they can exchange cards. That's, yeah, so many levels, folks.
What do you think? Do you think they're going to change the decree this game, or do you think we'll be seeing it stay the same?
I think, just looking at the board, I mean, they got gems all over the place. They really want movement, right? So I don't know.
Do we have any spots where there are quite a few gems stacked?
Yeah.
At the edges of the board have some stacked gems once again. And I wonder if that's kind of the tricky thing in this game, if the edges are really maybe something we want to watch out for, because I feel like in the last game, that's kind of what caught our players like just losing the game. Was they were really only movement away.
Okay, so they've led a 6 flower with 2 movements. So let's see what Aiden comes up with.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of tension here, a lot of
Totally.
people sweating
Yep.
in the game because of this. I could see the hesitation in the movements.
Yep.
Yeah, which is smart because as we were saying earlier, you make a couple wrong moves in this, and yeah,
Yeah, it's all over. Okay. Oh, a lot of movement right off the bat.
cool.
Oh
That it's in the
no.
wrong
Wrong
direction here.
direction.
Yeah. And so I guess that hesitancy was like, is there anything else I can do here?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But
And
hey,
again,
you know,
yeah, I was just going to point out, just like in normal
sword
trick
support.
taking, if you play a card and you can play that suit, you must play that suit.
Yes, yeah. Unless we're dealing with the 9 being the lead,
Right.
and then that's the only time that you can ignore it. And that is honestly why I think the 9 is so cool. I
Yep.
think the idea of a trick taking game where you have cards that allow you to basically break the idea of trick taking is really neat.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. I like that feature a lot about this game.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So
A little setback for our team here. But
if they can just not move this turn, like we saw happening in
yeah.
the previous game, that would actually allow them to just pick up that gem.
Yep.
So we'll have to see if that's what happens.
See if they can regroup here.
Yep. What are you drinking, by the way, Ruel? What's in your mug today?
Oh, I think you'll appreciate what I have today, Amanda. I'm throwing a shout out to our favorite Star Trek captain, Jean-Luc Picard. I've got the Earl Grey. I've got
Earl
a
Grey
little,
hot?
yeah, Earl Grey hot with a little honey and lemon.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
What about you, Amanda? What's in your mug today?
I have Coca-Cola Energy in my mug. So although it looks like I should be drinking coffee, as I have it in my my Octo coffee mug.
Oh, nice.
From Startups. It is not coffee. It
I
is
love
just
that
energy.
game. That's such a great game.
It is a
Wow.
good game, right?
Yeah,
I'm
you
a
got
big
mug.
fan of these mugs. Every time I go to a convention and I see Oink there, I'm always trying to see if they have any new mugs that I can collect.
That's so
Such
cool.
a weird thing to have, but
you know,
a big fan of weird game merch where it's like, is that a board game mug? Yes, it is.
Nice. Okay, now we just saw them play. I think it was
So they did move.
Yeah, they had a 1, and also I forgot what the other one was, but they did move.
Well, if they had a 1, then that means they could have chosen to move whichever direction they want. So obviously they felt moving this way was in some ways better.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh.
Well, okay. Are they? What are they doing here?
I don't know. It looks like
exchanging.
We're drawing a card. Where'd that come from? Maybe it came from someone's hand, but they just didn't flip it.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, that was a mistake.
Okay. So yep, moving that back.
Okay, so.
Oh, okay. So they did.
Okay. Oh, so maybe what they played is they would have played cards. I think we're seeing this now where they're going back and being like, we didn't have any movement.
Right.
Oh, they had this. They had the 5.
Okay. 1
so the
movement.
5. Yeah, the 5 allows you to cancel a movement, so they decided to cancel that 1, and they did stay in the spot and pick up the gem. There you go. That's how you do it.
Wow.
That's a play I'm gonna be trying to figure out when I can use that. That's so genius.
So good, right?
Well, our Fox in the Forest duet game is going to be highly raised from just watching this.
Right? Yeah, totally. That's how you get better. You watch the best and try to steal their moves.
That's exactly it. So how many tokens do we actually have on these spaces right now? I'm trying to zoom in to see.
Yeah, I'm zooming in 2. It looks like 3 on that one.
Yeah, 3 on the end, and then 2 on this end, or is there a third one underneath? No, there's just 2.
2, so that's 5, 6, 7 total on board.
7 total, and we have 9 tricks left. So it is possible for them to get it in this second round here.
Yeah,
that is possible.
Okay, so
they fell off the board a little bit, but
yeah, I almost feel like they might have been rattled by that, Amanda. That's a tough thing to do that early in the round. I
feel like it doesn't feel good when you get lost in the forest. No one likes to get lost.
I almost want to ask them, are they okay?
I mean, are there? Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, I feel like they're very rattled. I feel like they're they're shaking in their leaves. No, I got nothing. I don't have any fun puns. I'm working on it. I don't prepare for these puns like you do, I feel.
I live for them, obviously.
Yeah.
So, okay, so they got the 2 movement because they played the 1 that could go in any direction.
Okay.
Nice.
Perfect. That's
Scoop of
exactly what we want to see. I
Yes.
love as well, I am a big fan of in Tabletopia, just like when you stack things and how they click. We were just talking about noises today in Tabletopia that we enjoy, like
Oh.
the shuffling of the cards, like the little
Oh, yeah, I love that sound.
yeah.
It's
And
very
I'm just
soothing.
it is very soothing. These are weird, like calm sounds. And as I'm watching them like stack the gems, I'm just thinking of that little click and I'm like, oh, so
Yeah.
satisfying.
Oh, okay, what do we have here? 4. Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, so we're moving 4 back the other way there.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
because
Another gem.
Linda took that one.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's perfect. Now,
Yeah.
once again, we're running into the same thing that we saw in the last game, where we have 2 stacks that are split across the board.
Yeah, that's very difficult to do. You got so much movement. But you know, even after they got rattled early, I think they're just saying, "Hey, we're pine. Everything's pine."
Everything is pine. Pine. Yeah, they're definitely bouncing back for sure.
Yeah.
In this game, I think it's pretty great.
Yeah. Definitely recuperated here. So let's see. We've got 2 with a 3 movement on it. Let's see what
Yep.
Aiden comes up with.
Oh, I feel like they're really thinking here.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some counting going on there that
Yep.
we're seeing. Seeing these little hands is like, it's like being able to follow people's eyes in a game. I
Right.
feel like in a way that you don't get to do in in-person games. You don't really
Yeah.
know what people are thinking,
That's so true.
but reading the tiny hands on Tabletopia. Okay, so they're taking it. So
Nice.
they're following up with a 4, so that's 4 movement towards Aiden's side of the board. So we are heading up to that giant stack.
Nice.
We do still have 6 tricks left, and
Yeah.
there are 5 5 tokens left on the table. So
Yeah.
ooh,
I feel like they've saved some of that, a lot of movement though, because I don't think we've seen a 10 or a 2 played yet to this point, and both of those have 3 movement each. So I'm interested to see how these last couple of tricks play out.
that's true. And I mean, they have shortened their board a little bit
Yep.
with that fall off. So I wonder if there is a strategy there where you maybe want to shorten your board early, even though it could cost you points at the end of the game, to just even
Oh,
make the gems easier to get in terms of you don't have to move as far. I don't know.
wow. Yeah, that's again another level, folks. Well done, Amanda. I'm not even thinking about that. I'm like, wow, don't fall off. But
I mean,
it
yeah,
might be
I
a
feel like it's a
strategy. Yeah.
scary strategy is the only thing, right? Because you do
Yeah.
it and it means you don't have a safety net anymore.
Right.
You've given up your safety net and those extra points
Mhm.
to reduce your movement. And so then if you end up getting stuck playing a lot of movement,
Mhm.
scary.
Right.
So we're leading
Okay.
with a 5 of stars here.
Okay. And that gives them some flexibility because the player who wins can ignore movement of one of the cards. So let's see what they come up with. Ooh, I was just going to say, maybe they play the big one here and just ignore it to get the 1 movement.
Maybe.
Or,
I
oh,
think
no,
that's...
are they? Oh, no, it's
Oh, they
because
won't be
it's,
able to ignore it.
that's
But
right.
who played
I believe, was it Aiden?
was it Aiden that played the 10?
Let's see. Well, let's see. Yeah, I think so, because I see his hand or their hand moving.
Okay. Well, then that means that we would, well, they could cancel one of these, right, with the 5. So they could move 1
Right.
in that direction, or they could, I mean, okay, yeah. Oh, okay. So the 10 must have been played.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So they're gonna cancel the 5, I guess, is what we're seeing there.
So they had the 1, 2, 3. Oh, did they take the full movement? Because they were here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Were they? Where were they? They
They
were
were
up
next to that last gem.
next to that last gem. So yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yes, they did. They did take the full movement.
Okay.
There was definitely some humming and hawing over that, though.
Right.
Take the full movement or not, because I could see those hands counting.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I wonder
Yeah, I
if we're
feel
going to
like
see like a 6 coming up here next, or
oh,
or
3.
3.
Okay. A 3, but still the same amount of movement as a 6.
Yeah.
So, but it is a low card.
Yeah,
And we're
that's the
leading with
problem, right?
doves. So doves will have to follow if they can.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we could see the decree change here if someone wants that 7.
Ooh,
I
that's
feel like we
right.
want movement right now, but
Yep.
maybe exchanging cards could be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Um, okay, so
Okay,
we're
the one.
not exchanging as that I can see. We get a 1, which means you could go either way. And oh, there's some pointing
See a
happening
bunch of
here.
hands. Yeah. Let's see
Yeah.
what.
See, a hand argument is definitely what's happening. I'm curious. I want to jump in the
Yeah.
Discord just to hear what they're
They're
saying.
yeah, they're putting the gem back. Oh no, wait.
Yeah, because I think, well, were they moved 4.
Mm-hmm.
4. Oh yeah, no, they get to keep it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
They get to take it off.
Cool. Maybe they were
I
just
think they were just clarifying.
yeah, I think they were just exchanging pleasantries.
I mean, with all of the shaking of those fists, I don't know. Were those pleasantries? I mean, there's not any pleasantries in this forest if you get lost in it, I'll tell you that
That's
much.
right. Okay, so we've got 4 tricks left.
4 tricks left, 4 gems left.
Nice.
I think 4.
Is that right? 3 on that end.
Yeah, I think 4.
Yeah.
I like how also, I don't know if you've noticed this on, oh, actually, I think there is 2 on this stack. I just couldn't
Oh,
see the other one before because it
yeah,
was
you're right.
underneath.
Yep.
But I also like how sometimes when you get really close to the table, you can see things like sort of levitating on the table, like just a tiny
Yeah.
bit.
It's a
It's like some
magical
weird,
forest.
yeah, it is a magical forest. Magical game of Fox in the Forest Duet.
There
So
you
we're
go.
leading here with the 10 of roses, and that is 3 movements. And that
Wow.
obviously means I think here what we're, oh, or
Oh,
maybe not. Where's that going?
it's going back into the deck.
Oh,
Oh no.
what's happening?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, no, we're keeping that out. All right.
Okay.
All right. So they're pointing at the card. They're obviously trying to talk a little bit about something.
Mm-hmm.
But oh, they took it back. Never mind. That's not happening. Something
Okay.
else is happening. It's very mysterious.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, you know what? I think it was Linda's turn and Aiden had led by mistake.
Oh, okay. By
Okay.
mistake. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was just an oopsie.
Yep.
I feel you.
Oopsie.
Yeah, that makes sense. So what are we seeing here? But there is, I noticed, 3 to 4 cards,
Mm-hmm.
which is interesting.
I gotta say, I love that number 3, the art on number 3. It's so cute.
The art, yeah, it's so, yeah, it is really cute.
Oh,
So
so they
cute.
got they got a lot of movement there. That's 5 movement in one shot. Nice.
That's great. That's exactly what we want.
Yep.
I love too how when we had the trophies and they came out, they made the little plushies like match the box art. So cute.
Yeah,
Match that
adorbs.
like 3. Yeah. Who will win the awesome Fox plushie trophies? And I assume it's that each person gets a fox, right?
Oh, is that right?
I would assume so.
Cool.
Because you win as a pair, right? So I'm assuming it's like you get one and you get one sent to you.
Oh,
And
that's
this
so cool.
is, yeah, the 4 of stars, and that's being followed by a 5 doves. So that means that the 4 will take that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're moving. Oh.
Oh, it was the Trump suit.
Oh, Trump suit, of course. Right.
Right.
So we will be moving in the other direction, and they seem to be keeping both that movement, even though there was a 5. So they could have actually canceled one of those cards if they had wanted to.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Chris is saying 1 plushie, 1 copy.
Aha.
Yeah.
Good to know. I'm not gonna lie, I want a plushie.
I know, right? They're so cute. I love those little fox plushies. All right, so we're seeing an 8 of doves leading.
I don't think we've seen that many dove cards played this round, have we, Amanda?
We've seen a few,
have we?
But I definitely think there's more out there for sure.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
there
See,
it is.
case in point.
Yep.
So there's that 10. So that means that we're moving.
Uh-oh. I think
Ooh,
that's not good
that's
for
not
either
good.
direction. Uh-oh.
Nope.
Oh no.
Obviously, doves were led, so
Yeah.
maybe we should have switched that decree earlier on in this game. That might have
That
been a
yeah.
good idea.
Could have been a lifesaver. Oh, unfortunately, we got another
Yeah.
token out there, folks. Oh, that's
So
tough.
that their forest is shorter,
Hmm.
but now they have no safety net. So if they do go off the board again, then that will be the end for them.
That's right.
So a little more risky.
And now in the basic game, it's typically 4 tokens, correct, Amanda? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we have 3 here, or you might say
Okay.
we have a trio
A
of
trio.
tokens.
You could indeed say that. Yeah, and it seems that they want them all to be on the one side of the board, which is an interesting placement. When
Oh,
you add them, I believe you do get to choose
okay,
what side they get added to. I
okay.
think. I thought there was a thing that it's whatever side you're closest to. I believe it goes on the opposite end. So
Uh, okay.
that's just where that fell. But either way, it shortens their board.
Yep.
Yeah, it shortens their board, so means their gems are closer together.
Yeah.
They do have a lot of gems to clear, but I think it's still possible here. We'll have to see
Yeah.
how many gems we're left with after we do this cleanup.
Right. Oh boy.
Oh, this
I
is
think,
tricky.
yeah, they're tricky. Well done, Amanda. I don't know if that was on purpose, not that I like the tricky.
Thank you.
Oh,
That
very.
was an unintentional pun,
Hey,
but I stand by it.
they all count the same. Very nice. Well done.
Thank you.
So we
Oh
got
my
some
goodness.
cleanup here. We got a bunch of gems being added. While we have the time, I'll ask one more question of you, Amanda.
Yes, yes, please.
What do trees wear to a pool party?
What do trees wear to a pool party? Um, I don't know. I want to say it's something to do with bikinis, but like a tree kini, but that's not a thing. So what do trees wear to pool parties?
Swimming trunks.
Oh,
Oh, they're
that
just
went in a
getting
different
worse.
direction. I
Yeah.
like it.
Oh, they're getting worse, I think. I will be
I
quiet
think
now.
they're getting better, actually. I think
Oh,
it's
okay, cool.
everything's improving. I really
Well,
liked the Jedi one. That was pretty good.
oh yeah, I love the Jedi
It's
one.
my favorite
Yeah.
one so far.
Thank you.
So it looks like what we're seeing for these gems is, I think I really need to get in close here. Imagine if I were actually at a table and I got in this close is all I can think of. I'm just like getting so close to the items. People are like, can you just need to count these?
Like
Yeah, so it looks like we have 4 on the far out space.
ooh.
And then on the other edge of the board where there's a little bit of room beside that stack of tokens, it looks like we have 3.
Oh wow.
And
Okay.
then we have 2 more in the middle. So 4, 3, ooh, math.
Wow.
9?
9. They've got their work
9?
cut out. Yeah, that's
They
right.
do. They can have 2. That just basically means they can have 2 tricks where they don't pick up, but every other trick they need to pick up. Otherwise, they will not win the game.
Ouch.
Yeah. I wonder what happens if we do have a scenario where both groups didn't win. I guess it just comes down to how close you were to getting it or how many gems you had left, perhaps.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right.
That'll be interesting.
Leading with the 1.
Leading with the 1. Interesting.
Yeah.
So they probably don't want to win, although it is possible that the other person could still give that away if, oh, no. Yeah, that's what I thought. So which
Okay.
way are we going? Because we can go either way.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, they got 1.
Okay. I thought they started in the middle. Were they supposed to move there?
No, I think they start where they finished off last turn, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be really tough to pull off, Amanda, just because that big old stack of tokens there.
Yeah. If they could just get to that area and stay there
Yeah,
for
right.
a few turns,
yeah.
that would be nice.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's enough cards without movement that's possible.
That's right.
What are the cards that offer you no movement? The 1, the 5, and the 7, and the 9.
And the 9. Yep.
So basically all of our odds.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There's a 5 right there. That does have 1 movement.
But, oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, but that's the one where you can ignore. So that's almost like having a no movement.
That's
right?
almost like having no movement. Yep, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
So it is possible, I think, for them to do that if they really tried, but
Yeah.
you would need to have a lot of the right stuff at the right time, and there's still
Yeah.
rules you have to follow when trick taking. So,
Yep.
I don't know.
I'll tell you, it's a lot easier being on this side of the table than actually playing it,
It is. It is. It's easy being on this side, being like, oh, that was a good move or that wasn't a good
Right.
move. It's much easier when you're not the one at the table, for sure.
Okay.
I feel like actually, in fairness, we need to let these players comment sometime on us playing a game,
right?
so that they can start. Because I mean, this is just wow. I'm just really impressed with the level that they're at.
So am I. Yeah.
I want to show off the level I'm at, which is subpar to this.
Yeah.
Oh, so that was good. Oh,
okay.
Wait. Yes. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, that was good. Perfect. Nice, that's exactly what we want. Because I think they canceled that move. I think was what happened. Right. So they got to stay.
Yep. Well done. So down to the final 5 tokens, I believe.
Yep. The final 5.
Okay.
And once again, we notice there's a splits happening on the board.
Yeah. Oh, that's so tough to do.
Yeah. It's so interesting that both games have kind of struggled with this problem of sort of doing the splits, where you're trying to get from one side to the other side, get all those gems and stacks.
Right.
It's tricky.
And again, as we mentioned before, this is the advanced version where they have more gems than normal. So
more gems, less forest tokens. Yeah.
More challenging. Kudos to both teams for making it this far.
Yeah. You're going to be masters is all I can think now. They're going to be masters of the base game.
Totally.
They're going to be the person you want to play with when you're playing Fox and the Forest Duet. Yeah, we're going to be like, where's Pearls? Where's like Crafty Flutterby? Where's Linda? Where's Aiden? We need these people.
Okay, so they got closer to that 1 stack.
Yep, getting closer. The challenging thing is that we do 4, 5, 6, 7. We do have 7 left and only 8 tricks, friends. So it's getting tighter.
Okay, the 5.
Yep, leading with the 5.
So that's the one we can ignore 1 movement, whoever wins it.
Yep. But we obviously don't want to do that. And we're obviously going to move towards that big pile.
Nice.
And now they're probably going to try to stay here, at least for a few tricks if they can.
Yeah. Yeah, see if they can do that. Now, that's, I think, the second one that they've played. Because that first trick, they had a 1. So that means there's 1 more 1 in the in play. We'll see if that comes into play now.
Yeah. The other hard thing about this game is that because when you discard, everything has to be face down. It's like you can't even be like, oh, well, we've played this and I have this, so you probably have that. There's no card counting in this game allowed. So although we can kind of do it from our perspective, and they can try to do it if they're really paying attention, I feel like that's another layer that can be really, really crazy.
Absolutely.
Trying to keep track and remember, like, what have I played? What did we do?
Yeah, and that just makes it that much harder, right? The lack of communication.
Yeah. So we're starting off with a gift, so a 7 dove, and it looks like we're doing the exchange now.
Okay.
Yeah, and these people are exchanging their cards face down, which I thought was actually interesting in the last game, because I wasn't sure, are you allowed to exchange them face up, or do you have to exchange them face down? I can't remember in the rules. I've always played face down.
Right.
So you don't even know what you're getting. But I think that'd be interesting, because if you play them face up, it does give you like at least a tiny advantage. Not a huge one though.
Oh.
All right.
So looks like they took another one.
Yep. So they're sticking there, trying to stay there.
Nice.
I'm telling you. But the only thing is, for that final 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I guess it is possible if they play 2 high movement cards, it is possible that they could just slingshot across the board, because now we do have all those forest tokens on there, which does shorten their board.
Yep. Oh, and just like you called it, there's the big 10.
Interesting.
Wow, man, I think you called it. Is there another 10? Have they played the last 10 yet?
I can't remember.
Or can
Can't
they?
remember.
Right? Because if they have a dove card, oh,
There it
nice.
is. We
Oh
are
my gosh.
slingshotting. Okay,
Wow.
okay. Very interesting.
That was
Okay.
nice.
So now they might try to stay here, and then I wonder if they'll try to slingshot again, if that's even a thing
Right.
that we can do. It's getting tense. I feel
It
like
really is. Yeah. Totally
I'm
intense.
sweaty.
Seriously. Okay.
Let's see. All right, we're leading with a 9, so no movement on that.
Okay.
So that means the other person can play whatever they would like.
Ooh. Can they play something with no movement? That's the question.
I mean, ideally, I feel like that's the scenario we want here. We don't want any movement. So either like even a 5, something where we can cancel movement.
Yep.
I don't know if we have any 5s left. How many have we seen?
Yeah, you're right. I
Maybe
know we've
2?
seen at least 2. So you're right.
There might be 1 left. That's the other thing that's interesting about this game. Ooh.
Oh, okay. We just grown. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
not what we
tough.
want. Not what we
Yep.
want.
Okay.
That is the move that will
Yeah.
potentially
That
that will potentially cost them the game. Oh,
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 the
that's
other
even
way is
worse.
oh yeah. Oh wow. That's yeah,
Yeah,
that
I think that's
hurts.
gonna be well, we'll see what happens. They still have 4 more tricks and they have 4 more gems. So
Mhm,
I think so as long as they get a gem, a trick here,
mhm.
they could still do it. But oof, that was
Ooh,
rough.
that's really rough. So is it 4 tokens left total, Amanda? I see
Yeah,
1, 2, 3.
4, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. 4 tokens, 4 tricks, friends.
Wow.
Can they do it? I
Oh
want
my
to know in the
gosh.
chat what you all think. Do you think we're going to see some victory here, or do you think it'll be similar to the last game where it'll be so close? Feel free to let us know. Uh, yeah, that's ugh,
Hey, that last trick was brutal. Okay. So what do we have here? 7.
7. All right, so that's a gift. Now, ideally, they're going to want at least 1 movement there. That's the thing, right?
Yep.
I mean, I feel like actually what they want perfectly is they want 1 movement just to get them over here if they could.
Yep.
And who led that one? Was that Aiden that led that one?
It was Linda,
Okay.
I believe. Was it Linda? Yeah, because she has, or they have 2 cards in hand, and Aiden has 4.
This is a gift. So we're doing our exchange right now.
Right, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Very interesting. I wonder what they exchanged. All right, and now it's just about thinking about what card is going to be coming up next, and will it slingshot us into the place that we need to be? Because if they don't get a gem this turn,
Is it over?
it's not possible. I mean,
Yeah.
they can still keep going and ideally collect as many gems as they can, because I'm sure for the tournament, there's probably a condition where if both, final groups don't win, I'm sure there's another way for us to calculate who is the victor. But yeah, this is for the game. Okay.
Oh,
That's not what we
ouch.
want.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ouch.
that's unfortunate.
That which
Interesting,
yeah.
because I mean, I wonder what they had left. That's
Right.
my question.
Yeah. It's
It's
like
interesting for
they
this.
were like forced to make that move basically.
Yeah, and I feel like
Right?
the hesitancy, right? When you see hesitancy like that in a game, it's almost like someone's being like, oh, I really don't want to. How
Yeah.
can I not do this, right? So,
Yeah. Oh,
ooh,
wait a
okay.
second. What's going on here? They put those cards.
Are they discarding those and they're going to move the token, perhaps? There's a lot of
Oh,
hands.
yeah, yeah, the hand stuff is going
The
on. Let's
hands
see.
are going off. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're they're looking at their tokens now, like, ooh,
Yeah.
it's not good. I don't know if that was maybe a off the board move, perhaps, but I thought we were moving the other way. I thought
Same.
yeah.
Yep.
So
There's all the hands.
a lot of hands circling things. It's fun to try to think of like what, even if you're not listening to the chat in the tournament and listening to us at the same time, it's just fun to try to think of like even what they're talking about. Obviously the tokens and what we still have to get over here. I wonder if maybe they're just talking about how it's not possible now for them to get anything, but
Yeah. Oh.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Yeah, was that 5 or was that? I thought that was a 3 movement. Because what did we play? We played a gift which had no movement.
Oh,
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 so they
okay.
did go off. Oh, yeah. It looks like our tournament organizer hand is
Yep.
saying, yeah, you would have gone off. So then this is what would have happened. So I guess that might be it.
Yeah,
I'm
there it
thinking.
is.
I'm thinking that might be it. Which, I mean, I am not sure how we're calculating any games where they both lost, but I'm assuming because they had 4 left, and in the last one we only had 1 left, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that'll go to our other team. These are
Yep.
both really well played, though.
Yeah, you're right. They're
This is
but
great.
just outstanding teams. Again, getting all the way as far as they did on, with extra tokens being played.
Extra tokens and
Yeah,
less forest
that's
tokens. I
first.
mean,
Yeah.
it gives me like makes me worry just thinking about it. I'm like, I don't even know how you get there. Ah. When you play a game though, and you're like, oh, I'm ready to like. You play a game and you look at the extra levels and you're like, oh yeah, I could probably get there. Like I've played a lot of things, and then
Right.
you play it and you're like, how do you get there? How's that possible? That's like
Totally.
there's also a game called And Then We Held Hands. That's a 2-player cooperative game, and
Uh-huh.
that's one that I always feel like with the bars and the extra. I've never played extra on that game. I don't
Uh-huh.
know how to do that. I'm like, how do you even get there? So I'm very impressed that they were even playing at this level. Very, very good.
Agreed. Yeah, both teams really brought their A games today, and again, congrats to our winners.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Congrats to our winners indeed. Thank you so much for watching, friends. And I also see Crafty Flutterby actually saying I could not see Pearl's card given to me when I was picking a card for them. So apparently, although maybe we could see some of that, they said, I don't think they were actually able to see that. So
Nice.
that's that. There you go. So ideally, you don't want to do that if you're wondering in the rules. And yeah, thank you everyone for watching. This has been really fun. Thank you, Ruel, for being my co-commentator and
Yeah.
joining me.
It was a pleasure, Amanda. Thank you for putting up with all my puns, and
Thank you for the puns and
yeah,
for the jokes.
thank you. And I'm going to after this, I'm going to take a retreat from all of this punnery stuff, and get back to my normal way of talking, I guess.
No, never stop. Never stop with your puns and never
Thank you.
apologize, Ruel.
Thank
It's
you,
it's
Amanda.
been lovely as always.
Appreciate
And
it.
thank you so much, Desiree, as well for producing. Thank you so
Yes.
much. And yeah, thank you all everyone out there for joining us. Thank you, Renegades, for joining us on this fun journey as we wander through the forest in Fox and the Forest Duet. Just a reminder, we do have our closing ceremonies coming up in a few minutes, I believe, at 3. I think it's 3:30 PST.
Mhm.
I'm looking at my EST time right now in my clock, and I'm like, what time is time? But yes, so definitely come back and join us for the closing ceremonies. And until we see you again, remember to play your game. Bye.